What do people flex a lot that really isn't a flex to you? The minimum amount of sleep they get. I started flexing right back with how long I get to sleep because I work so efficiently. It really gets on their nerves lol. Expensive brand clothes. When I see this I think wow, that's one way to waste money. I've heard someone went to Bangladesh and got an expensive shirt for cheap. That shirt costs like £60 back home. I guess whatever makes them feel special. I just see it as a waste. Expensive anything honestly. Nah, sometimes you pay more for better quality, food, material, etc. But brands don't make better clothes. I grew up poor and let me tell you that I like cheap stuff, but two things that are always worth spending extra on are toilet paper and cheese. Social media followers. This was my thought as well. It is such a meaningless flex and rarely even gets you very much money. Why care at all? If you aren't an entertainer, which is what they are, it's just a, what's a good word for bigger than a big flood lol, industry that will accept literally anyone and has zero rhyme or reason for success. I feel like it's a good flex if it's earned deservingly and in good nature. I honestly don't give a fuck about how well off you are. I care about how you treat me. I'd rather talk to a kind homeless dude than a rich asshole any day. Hard agree. Flexing that stuff is great way to people lonely. You don't attract people who really want to be around you. You attract people who are attracted to affluence, which tends to be people predisposed to shallowness. It's a great way to be lonely while ironically surrounded by other people who act like they like you. Essentially yes. You can't buy real friends. You can only make real friends. And you do that being a quality human being, which has nothing to do with money. Always having the newest of everything. No one cares what car you drive or phone you have. And if they do care, they aren't worth knowing. Know what kind of phone I have? It doesn't matter. Janet crowd. How many hours they work? Dude, you worked 60 hours this week. I jaff. Spend some time with your wife and kids. No wife or kids. I might as well go out and make more money. What do you spend money on if all you do is work? That's the best part. I don't. Live a little. When they brag about not fucking up, not going to jail, stealing or not committing any crimes. Hell, knew a guy who bragged about not molesting a drunk girl at a party. Doing the minimum to not be a bad person isn't a brag. The only time it is okay to brag about not molesting someone is if everyone around you is bragging about how they molested someone lol. Money, of course, multi-millionaires and up are in their own bracket. I am referring to the people who flex cash, maybe a few grand, and think they are hot stuff. Like, okay buddy, go back to the bank and deposit that you got rent due and that car payment's coming up. So corny. It's so cringe, especially when you know they're broke as fuck. Yes lol, someone with thousands in cash always seems like they're broke eating ramen by payday, yet have the nerve to question why you don't have a new car or iPhone every other year. How well they are able to manipulate people. Dude, that's off-putting and makes me want to avoid you. This is potential narcissistic behavior. Run away from these people or at least establish boundaries before it's too late. Noisy cars. I think quiet is better. I kind of get this. Loud for the sake of being loud. Like straight piping your 2003 Toyota Corolla is not cool. It's just annoying to everyone around you. Loud like 70s muscle car loud. That's okay. Tesla. 3. Sexual conquest. Really, after high school nobody cares. Just means you can't have a normal relationship. Smoking and drinking skills. I cringe so hard because that was me in my 20s. Why did I think that was cool? When people tell me they're an empath when they just mean they listen to people when they talk. Like, wow dude, good job mastering basic communication skills. Ugh. When someone tells me they're an empath or highly sensitive, the needle on the BS meter goes all the way to the right. The ones I've met who defined themselves that way were actually pretty narcissistic people. They just had a way to disguise it and think of themselves as victims with the empath shtick. Don't tell them that though. Owning a Rolex watch. Any expensive thing in general. I think the only people that give a shit about Rolex watches are other folks that have them. They are heavy and bulky. I feel like Rolex are a poor person's idea of what a rich person wears. Bragging about how young they were when they started drinking or smoking. Cool when you are 17. Creepy when you are 30. Wine, beer, coffee snobs. I get it. You love your thing, but I give zero shits. Paying $250 for a bottle of wine is just plain silly to me. Countless blind taste test, most people can't tell a $20 bottle for a $200 bottle. Plus box wine stacks better anyways. How much caffeine they drink. I'm one sip of bang away from death at any moment. This doesn't impress you? People running red lights. It just makes you look like an asshole. How about people who brag about how good they are at driving drunk? That's a really infuriating flex. I can tell you with 100% certainty that I don't give a shit about anybody's motorcycle. Wanna see my motorcycle? Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Reddit videos.